Good afternoon, Sir Ryan, Chester, Caro, and to everyone who is here. I am Lauren Grace Aninian, and I am the leader of Group 1, and today we will be presenting our research chapter 1 to 5. Allow me to introduce my group members, Miss Kate Kizel-Bakay, Miss Samantha Beatrice Chua, Miss Christine Joy Luna, Miss Janelle Ann Manarin, and Miss Rain Margaret Melgar. So the title of our research is Service Quality and Customer Satisfaction of Carmona Residents in the Selected Small Milk Tea Businesses in Carmona, Cavite. So for today's presentation, our agenda is first we have the introduction, the theoretical framework, the statement of the problem, related study, research design, population to study, evaluation and scoring, findings, conclusion, recommendation, and the references. So as we all know, it has been almost 2 years since we got into this COVID-19 pandemic situation. And if we still remember, before we ended up being stuck at home, milk tea isn't that popular, or maybe it is somehow known, but not as trending as it was when the pandemic started. And during that time that we are stuck at home, many people always think about what to eat or drink. We always look for snacks. When the announcement was official, a lot of businesses were closed and many business people and entrepreneurs were down. I used to think back then that the business industry is impossible to save. And then social media saves the day again. Since many people can't go outside, a lot of businesses offers delivery. It's like when you go need something, all you need to do is browse online, and since we always look for food to eat or snacks, drinks, a lot of milk tea businesses were born. But since there are a lot of stores, we tend to get confused in making decisions on where should we buy, or we have a lot of choices that makes us want to know or get curious about the services that they offer and how do they satisfy their customers. And having a lot of options is really hard because we always wanted to choose the good, the best, or the better one. And when choosing, we usually base on these two things: the service quality that they have and the satisfaction of the customers based on the reviews.
This slide illustrates a transaction in the market. It conveys that it exists when a business and consumer are together. It is simply saying that the business provides the service and the consumer receives it. No transaction occurs if the business and consumer are not united. And also, the foundation of any business, it is consumer. This slide discusses that business owners or managers give their best to provide good service to satisfy the needs and expectation of their customer. It is not all about the small business. It is about your customer excellent quality of service. That is another specialty that can stand customer of the business notion. This slide is about any business created with a mission and vision or simply wanting to achieve something. One example of its aim is to reflect the expectation of its customer into reality. Customer can repeat visit the store because the purposes create a connection to their customer that they can think as of one of the trusted store. This slide is about the business and consumer transaction that establish a give-and-take relationship. High-quality service equals what their customers spend, resulting in an additional encounter that they may feel worth it for the time and money on that product or service they receive. This slide talk about the research of De Ruyter, Bloomer, and Peter published in 1997 that acknowledge that quality is antecedent to a person's satisfaction because it also predicts whether an item or a service exceed the expectation. The quality evaluation can also be seen, which result from the satisfaction level of consumer who consume. This portrays that there is also a chance that the selected business will have a high development and essence due to the uniqueness and high quality of the product and service that may retain in our research.
Now let's proceed to the theoretical framework. As you can see, the figure 1 is the service quality and customer satisfaction adapted from Battinson and Hoffman in 1999, and customer satisfaction creation by Thomasin in 2007. It shows that customer satisfaction is influenced by characteristics such as assurance, responsiveness, reliability, empathy, and touchables, as well as personal and situational factors that may affect service quality. Customer satisfaction is influenced by the value proposition as well as other factors. Businesses must understand their customer experiences and views of the service in order to deliver better services that will satisfy current customers while also attracting new ones. Customer satisfaction is defined as the difference between the projected quality of service and the customer's involvement or feelings after experiencing the service, and it is the outcome of the relationship between a customer assumption and sentiments.
Operational framework. The study was anchored in a graph of service quality and customer satisfaction adapted from Bateson and Hoffman 1999. And this study had independent and dependent variables, whereby the independent variable is the service quality of the selected milk tea shop. The dependent variable is the level of satisfaction to selected milk tea shops in Carmona, Cavite. The operational model shows the relationship among the variables and the action plan. The service quality of the selected milk tea shops affects the level of satisfaction of customers in Carmona, Cavite.
Okay, so this study aimed at determining the service quality and customer satisfaction of the selected small milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite, and also it attempts to analyze and answer the following sub-problems. Number 1, as you can see in the screen, we have what is the customer's perception of service quality in terms of affordability, responsiveness, and reliability. Number 2, what is the customer's level of satisfaction to milk tea shops in terms of location, variety of items or products, and packaging. And number 3, what is the overall positive influence of service quality on consumer satisfaction?
This is the statement of hypothesis that the researcher created to answer the stated problems. The researchers formulated the following null hypothesis. Number 1, there is no strong connection between customer perception and the customer satisfaction. Number 2, good and flexible service quality has no favorable impact on customer satisfaction.
So, in this slide, I will talk about the scope and delimitation of the study. This will focus on service quality and customer satisfaction of the selected customers to small milk tea businesses such as Manggagaya, City Cakes, Napulo, or Blend Coffee and Milk Tea, and Tea Club Milk Tea Shop during the pandemic that are established in Carmona, Cavite. The respondents of this study were only 83 ABM students from Angelo Levardo Loyola Senior High School who keep on availing their services and patronizing their products in Carmona, Cavite. The respondents are from grade 12 and grade 11 ABM students. The researchers will not include the students who are either a Carmona resident but from another strand or a student from ABM strand but at Carmona resident. So, how the researchers get the number of the respondents? They get the number of the respondents by doing the Sloven's formula, where the formula is sample size equals population size over 1 plus population size times the margin of error raised to 2. By doing the formula, the researchers estimated the number of population size of the ABM students in Angelo Levardo Loyola Senior High School, which is 500 students. and the researchers choose to have 10% as the margin of error in the study. The researchers used the 10% as the margin of error as it was suggested by the postulations of Gay 1976. In that, the number of respondents that the researchers computed is 83 students only. Next is the significance of the study. This research is conducted to provide information regarding the service quality and customer satisfaction of the selected small multi-businesses in Carmona, Cavite. This research would be beneficial to the persons which were involved in this study. There were the business owners, customers, and to the future researchers. The first one is the business owners. This study will provide reliable and useful information to the management who played a vital role in ensuring that the customers' needs and wants will be addressed properly. This would help them formulate new ideas that could serve as basis in developing their marketing strategies, and by that, they can attract more customers in their store.
Customers are the study's respondents, and the exercise of responding to the questionnaires will help the selected milk tea small businesses provide a quality service, product, place, and packaging by gathering feedbacks about what they expect to receive or experience from the shops. The findings of the study would provide relevant information to any food and service-oriented businesses and other researchers on matters, and it would also serve as a related study for the future researchers who plan to conduct a study on this topic.
On this slide, there are definitions of terms that we can encounter, like the term milk tea. Refers to any tea drink with milk added. It can be as simple as a splash of milk in a half cup of tea, or it can be a complex recipe including various ingredients, like the popular bubble tea. Milk tea, quite simply, is tea with milk added. This creates a smoother flavor and a slightly sweetens the tea. It is a popular way to serve tea in many parts of the world, and it is an easy way to change up your average cup of tea. There are many regions in the world where milk tea is the default type of tea. This is the most apparent in certain parts of India where tea usually refers milk tea. Tea without milk is black tea or tea without. But milk tea is also a term for hot and cold drink recipe that combine tea with a form of milk, as well as a variety of spices. We chose this word because they are connected to research, most of them often mentioned in the milk tea satisfaction.
In this chapter, which is the review of related literature, includes the literatures and the studies that are related to their studies. There are many related studies or literatures that the researchers found, like the literature about the milk tea, the things about the customer satisfaction and how the business owner will improve them, the customer loyalty, customer acquisition, customer retention, customer perceived value, and the impact of the product quality and price on the customer's satisfaction. Among those many reviewed related literature and studies, the relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction is one of them. The researchers found out that Kotler and Armstrong 2012 argue that satisfaction is the appraisal of things or services after they have been purchased, taking into account the expectations. The antecedents of service quality and satisfaction have split researchers. So, as we can see in this slide, it shows a line from the reviewed related literature under the relationship between service quality and the customer satisfaction. The yellow highlighted part indicates the main idea of one of the researchers that is also highlighted in the blue color. It said that some believe that high service quality contributes to customer satisfaction, while the others disagree. Many researchers has found that customer satisfaction is associated to service quality. They propose that a high level of customer satisfaction as service quality is typically considered an antecedent of contentment as cited by Massai 2012. In addition to that, service quality is a global opinion or attitude related to the superiority of the service, whereas satisfaction is related to a specific transaction. according to Parasuraman et al. 1988. Service quality refers to a global evaluation of a firm's service delivery system, whereas the satisfaction is a post-consumption experience that compares consumer perception to expected quality, as cited by Parasuraman et al. 1985. So the likelihood of customer satisfaction rises as service quality improves. The standard of quality was high. Satisfaction was simply one of the several dimensions on which it was based. It was also possible influence on the future quality perception by Clemens 2008. In retail banking settings, according to Siddiqui 2011, all service quality criteria are favorably associated to customer satisfaction, and customer satisfaction is positively related to customer loyalty. Furthermore, according to Daniel O. Oka 2012, great service quality leads to increased customer satisfaction and loyalty. To summarize, the service quality and the customer satisfaction has a close relationship because it helps to improve the service quality of a certain business. They need to know how the customers are satisfied with their service or their product. In this, we can say that all of the reviewed related literature can help the researchers to find the gap that they can answer by conducting their study. The researchers were able to determine their gaps breached by the present study from the review of related literature that researched. They conclude that there were no studies yet conducted on service quality and customer satisfaction of the selected small multi-businesses customers as the respondents of the study, and there were no studies yet conducted on service quality and customer satisfaction of selected small multi-businesses as Carmona, Cavite, the place of investigation.
In our study, the descriptive research design is applied. This analyzes the factors and the inherent correlation between and among them. And according to Calderon and Gonzalez 2003, as cited by Mermundo et al. 2010 and Bescan 2006, defined the descriptive research design as a continuous procedure of collecting data about the current situation, cause-effect connection, and a clear perspective on such information with or without the assistance of quantitative methodology.
Population of the study. This study focused on service quality and customer satisfaction of Carmona residents in selected small multi-business in Carmona, Cavite. It involved an estimated population of 500 customers of different milk shops located in Carmona, Cavite as the respondent of the study. To say that Filipinos love milk tea is an understatement with its cool, refreshing taste, coupled with fun, delightful sinkers such as chewy pearls, pudding, jelly, or even ice cream. The Philippines has officially embraced the beverage as an everyday feel-good staple, happiness in a cup. This study was correlation research which requires to have 83 subjects as suggested by Gay 1976, as cited by Bermundo 2010. The researcher personally went to local study for the precise conduct of investigation. Convenient sampling was considered in the study.
Evaluation and scoring. To determine the customer's level of satisfaction with the service quality of the selected milk tea shop in Carmona, Cavite, the following measures will be utilized. Assigned points 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Numerical ranges 4.01 to 5, 3.51 to 4, 2.51 to 3.50, 1.51 to 2.50, 1 to 1.50. Categorical responses: strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Verbal interpretation: highly positive, neutral, negative, highly negative. Rate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with verbal interpretation: highly positive, neutral, negative, highly negative.
So if you're going to be looking at the slide, you can see the table that shows the number of respondents belonging to the various age groups of small milk tea businesses customers in Carmona, Cavite, and its corresponding percentage. So the data was obtained by tallying the frequency of the responses recorded in the Google Forms. The tabulated data shows the age group of 18 ranked first with 32 recorded responses and has a percentage of 38.6. And for the second table, as you can see in the slide, it shows the gender of the respondents of small milk tea businesses customers in Carmona, Cavite, and its corresponding percentage. So the data was obtained by tallying the frequency of the responses recorded in Google Forms also. So the tabulated data shows the female have the most number with 58 responses and has a percentage of 69.9.
As shown in Table 3, for how long have you been a fan of drinking milk tea, Indicator 1, a week, was ranked 4th with 6 respondents. Indicator 2, a month, was ranked 3rd and with 8 respondents. The Indicator 3, a year, has 22 respondents and was ranked 2nd. The last indicator, more than a year, was ranked 1st with 47 respondents. The results showed that most of the customers has been patronizing milk tea for a year or more than a year now and has an average weighted mean of 1.67. As shown in Table 4, for where do you usually buy milk tea, Indicator 1, Manggagaya was ranked 1st with 22 respondents. Indicator 2, City Cakes, ranked 4th with 10 respondents. The Indicator 3, Napolo, has 19 respondents and was ranked 2nd. The Indicator 4, Our Blend Coffee and Milk Tea, has 13 respondents and was ranked 3rd. The last indicator, Tea Club Milk Tea Shop, was ranked 2.5 with 90 respondents. The results showed that most of ABM students buy milk tea from Manggagaya, Napolo, Tea Club Milk Tea Shop, and has an average weighted mean of 3.04.
As shown in Table 5, for where did you come to know your chosen milk tea shop? Indicator 1, Friends, was ranked 1st with 56 respondents. Indicator 2, Online or Website, was ranked 2nd with 14 respondents. The Indicator 3, Relatives, has 4 respondents and was ranked 4th. The last indicator, Family, was ranked 3rd with 9 respondents. The results showed that most of the customers come to know their chosen milk tea shop from their friends and has an average weighted mean of 3.41. As shown in Table 6, for how often do you come in your chosen milk tea shop? Indicator 1, every day, was ranked 5th with 0 respondents. Indicator 2, once a week, was ranked 3rd with 14 respondents. The Indicator 3, twice a week, has 11 respondents and was ranked 4th. The Indicator 4, once a month, has 40 respondents and was ranked 1st. The last indicator, twice a month, was ranked 2nd with 18 respondents. The results showed that most of the customers purchase milk tea every once a month and has an average weighted mean of 2.25.
Table 7 is for the service quality of selected small milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite, and as shown, Indicator 1, which is the milk tea and other items are affordable, it was ranked 3rd with a mean of 4.05. The Indicator 2, Employee Speaks Clearly, was ranked 2nd with a mean of 4.06. Indicator 3, the customer service online is responsive and accommodating, has a 3.93 mean and was ranked 4th. The last and the 4th indicator, which is the value of the milk tea and other items are worth it, was ranked 1st with a mean of 4.10. And all of the indicators were interpreted as positive. With that, the results showed that the service quality of selected milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite were all positive by its average weighted mean of 4.04.
In customers' level of satisfaction, Table 8, which is shown in this slide, indicates the indicators, weighted mean, verbal interpretation, and the rank of the questions that are on the part 3 of the survey. As shown in Table 8, for the customers' level of satisfaction, the small milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite, Indicator 1, the menu has a good variety of items, was ranked 4th with a mean of 3.98 with an interpretation of positive. Indicator 2, the quality of milk tea and food or snack are excellent, had a weighted mean of 4.14 that ranked first and was interpreted as positive. The indicator 3, the location is relaxing, good, and pleasant, had a weighted mean of 4.6 that was ranked third and was interpreted as positive. Lastly, indicator 4, the packaging of the milk tea and other items are excellent, got a weighted mean of 4.13 and was ranked second with an interpretation of positive. All the indicators were interpreted as positive. The results showed that the customer's level of satisfaction to selected milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite were all positive by its average weighted mean of 4.8.
Number 4. Positive influence of service quality and customer satisfaction, which is Table 9. As shown in table for the positive influence of service quality and customer satisfaction of selected milk tea business in Carmona, Cavite, the indicator 1, how would you rate their service, has a mean of 4.23, which is highly positive.
So for chapter 5, we are going to be going back on the statement of the problem and we are going to be concluding. And here are the things that we have concluded in doing this research. So number 1, we have the respondents had a positive perception of service quality. Number 2, the respondents had a positive level of satisfaction with small milk tea shop in Carmona, Cavite. And for number 3, we have the more positive and efficient the service quality is, the higher their level of satisfaction with small milk tea businesses in Carmona, Cavite. And for number 4, there is a strong connection between customer satisfaction and customer perception. And for number 5, excellent and flexible service quality has a favorable impact on customer satisfaction.
Next is recommendation. In the light of the findings and conclusions, these are the offered as recommendation for possible actions. Number 1. Having a feedback box can help the milk tea shops know what they should maintain and improve. With this, the management will be able to learn about the customer's needs and complaints, allowing them to provide much better service. Number 2. The management may focus on innovating new unique products and providing more tea varieties to the customers so they have a more comprehensive selection of choices. They may also focus more on developing exceptional hot tea products so that customers can enjoy drinking hot tea instead of cold tea. It will also help the store keeping the consumer volume high even during breakfast. Number 3. Companies must consistently conduct service quality seminars for managers and staff. As a result, they will be able to maintain their commendable hospitality to consumers, which may preserve customer satisfaction and loyalty. And a satisfied customer is a loyal customer who will return to your company year after year. Number 4. The management may improve its products by creating and innovating healthy alternative ingredients to entice another group of consumers besides teenagers. Through that, we can innovate and expand the variety of milk tea available as well as provide an alternative ingredient option to encourage a healthier lifestyle since they will allow them to enjoy milk tea without worrying about their health. Number 5. The companies need to keep on preparing updated and attractive promotional materials. This would capture the customer's attention for them to be more satisfied and loyal to the products and services offered. Number 6. The future researchers may replicate the present study by considering other important variables not mentioned in the study.
And for the references, here is it. Okay, so that is the end of our research. I would like to thank everyone for listening. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our teacher, our research teacher, Sir Ryan Chester Caro, for guiding us for making this research successful. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Thank you.